Now there is something so fun about diamonds, the fact they really do go with everything, and due to their high hardness and their durability, they are very practical to have as jewellery. And I especially love these earrings that we have because they've got these phenomenal, amazing rose-cut diamonds. And I've never seen rose-cut diamonds this size in a pair of earrings before. Normally it's sort of like, almost like a greyness to them because they're normally closed back rose diamonds. In this case, these are completely open back and they give that sort of rather unique shimmer. And I just love how they just have this amazing movement, and it just shows you how well made they are. These ones are clip-ons, but they can be turned into post and strolls if you want, which basically means a post and a little butterfly at the back. And they make some fantastic earrings. I'm actually wearing some other rose-cut diamond earrings as well, which have got this rather amazing, as I say, that sort of greyness. These are also open backs, but they give that little sort of shimmer and make it rather special. I love this design. It goes with everything, and I think this is a look that you could definitely wear in the evening and look absolutely fabulous. We also have another rose cut brooch here, which I think is wonderful. It reminds me of a sort of like disco balls, and the way they're very clear rose cuts, rather brilliantly white, and they just have this extraordinary shimmer, which I just think is so beautiful. Here is a really extraordinarily early example of diamonds. This is before the African mines were found or anything, and these multi-point, these are table cut diamonds. So you've got these rather early, rather wonderful early cut diamonds, and this pendant dates to 1720, so very early Georgian, and they have a sort of greyness to them because they are closed back, and they've got 4 little mini rose cuts as well. But you've got to think of the timeline of light, and the reason why you use light and the way history, because back then these would have been seen by not the harsh lightings that we have today, but the extraordinary candlelight shimmer, and you can just imagine that catching that little glimmer now and again, it just would have looked really special. There's nothing more classic than a pair of diamond studs, and we've actually got 2 online at the moment, but I do think there's something rather amazing and very classic about wearing them, especially when they've got their sort of claw setting, which means it allows all the light to come in, and they make a great present. I think everyone needs to have a pair of diamond studs in your jewellery wardrobe, because they're great day to night wear. You could wear them at any point and add a touch of glamour to your outfit. This is one of my absolutely favourite diamond pendants I have at the moment. I've got 2 favourite diamond pendants at the moment, but this one I just think is absolutely incredible. I just love the sort of frame, double frame cluster design, and the fact that it's got this rather wonderful diamond shimmering in the middle with the movement, and it really captures the light, and it is so beautifully made. I mean, just how they made it, I just find extraordinary with all that design. What's amazing about it is the fact you've got at the centre, the main drop is a 1.3 carat diamond, and further surrounded by 2.9 carats of diamonds, which means this diamond pendant is nearly 4.2 carats of diamonds in total. And I think that's a really fabulous way of having lots of sparkly, wonderful things, and it's a lovely, lovely pendant. And here's another pendant from the same time frame, and you can see this wonderful sort of the way it moves, and it's beautifully made. You've got this 1 carat diamond, and then you've got these further 4 little diamonds that dispensing it. And what I think is rather beautiful, it really does move in a really beautiful way, little shimmers. Can't really see the movement too well, but there is something, a little secret with this, which is why I think it is just so beautiful. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's very pretty, you know, it's lovely. But this is what sold it to me, and I think it will sell it to you too. On the back it's got the most extraordinary little framework. It's got little mini hearts all the way around its little framework. And I think there's something so beautiful, because this is not just a diamond pendant. This means whoever wears it, it's a diamond that is close to your heart. And I just think it's a very romantic, beautiful gift to give someone, with a little secret meaning that only you, the wearer, knows about. The other thing I think is rather fun about this design, it's got a rather fun setting, which I think I'm correct in calling it a pie crust setting. And the reason why is it is a claw setting, but it has a further sort of base metal at the bottom, which kind of gives the illusion that the diamond's even bigger. And this is very typical of the French, and it is French. And I love these designs. I was talking about pie crust settings and things, and these are typical French earrings that you find in all sorts of shapes and sizes with the diamonds. But the front, you've got these lovely, see if I can show you these properly. So you've got these lovely little diamonds, and they shimmer very gently. The bottom drops. And what I love about these is this pie crust setting. So you've got the diamond at the front with its claws, and then they've got these like little illusions, almost like little pie, little waves around, all the way around, which gives the illusion that the diamond is even bigger. And I think they're so clever. And these sort of earrings are so wearable for day to night, and they're kind of, they're sleepers really, and you can wear them day and night, very easy. 18 karat gold French, typical French, and I love these designs, and they are so beautiful. This is a ring which is one of my current favourite diamond rings, and there's a reason for it. I just think the design, I'm all about the design, but I just think this is amazing. This is like not your usual 5-stone diamond ring, but it's just phenomenal. You've got these 5 diamonds with little bit of details, and I think you can almost call this a sort of like, almost like a boat shape or something. But what's amazing about it, and so typically Art Deco, is its gallery. And the gallery is the side here, and I think there's just something so wonderful about that little sort of circles design, which gives it that geometrical, typical Art Deco design. And this is like a real wow factor ring, because it is so bling, you know, and I love bling. I mean, who doesn't, but I definitely do. And there's something just so fun, because you're wearing a ring, and that is a real wow factor. I love this ring. I think this is something so fun and sparkly, and it's a great ring because you could stack it easily, but more to the point, it looks just as fabulous on its own. With Art Decos, I think there was rather a lot of amazing designs were done at the time. You know, we're now flying planes, and this is why I think this design does remind me of a propeller. And I think there's something rather extraordinary about this design. It has got so many diamonds in it, but it's a real wow factor. I mean, it's huge. I mean, to give you the scale, to me, it's a big piece. How you wear it can be worn in different ways. I always think there's something rather fun, especially for a gentleman, with the breast pocket, that you could wear it on top of the breast pocket to give your breast pocket a little bit more bling. Otherwise, it could easily be worn in different ways, along the lapel or front, or even as a very unique bow tie. I think brooches are very much coming back at the moment, and it gives me the greatest pleasure seeing men wearing brooches. And I love the fact that you can wear a brooch in so many different ways, and I love this little diamond rose. I think something about brooches, you can be really fun, and you can wear them in completely different ways. And one great way to wear them is you could be wearing a cardigan or a jacket, and you want to redo the button. But why not have a whole load of different brooches as different alternative buttons? And I think there's something rather fun about that. Now with brooches, I've always worn them in different ways. I have got a rather fabulous Cartier brooch here, which is nothing to do with diamonds, because I'm doing lots of diamonds because it's April. But I thought I should wear this little fellow because he is rather cute. He's lapis lazuli, typical 1970s Cartier. He is Cartier Paris, and I think he is a fine little fellow and rather cute. But yeah, brooches you can wear in so many different ways. Don't always have to think they have to go on your shoulder. I've always worn quite high neck dresses, and I quite like the idea of wearing them as a alternative necklace. And you can also have them in different ways. Like this here is a jabber brooch, which means it comes out and in with a little pin. But what's rather fun about this is it could easily be a unique tie pin and wear it as a tie pin just one end, or you could choose to wear it on a bow tie, which I think is rather amazing. Another great look is if you wear these as on the collar from there to there, and it makes a rather fun, unique way of wearing a diamond jabot pin or any jabot. And I can show you as an example. I'm probably not going to be able to do this very well, but we can try to show you what I mean by it. So it ends up being a rather unique and fun way to wear a jabot pin. Now, while I've selected mainly diamonds, I have let this one slide through, and it's got little pearls. And there's a slight reason for it, is that in the Edwardian period, or as Edwardian as my granny used to call it, it was all about the fashion of diamonds and pearls. It was very much the look. Coloured stones didn't quite really make it at that time. They did now and again. I mean, for example, peridot was a great way to show your loyalty to King Edward VII, because it was his favourite gemstone. Another reason why is because you forget, especially a lady of the time, you might have had up to 5 outfit changes, sometimes 8, depending what you're doing in the day. So that is a lot of jewellery. Something like this might have not necessarily just been worn at the top or on the side. It might have been put on a little handbag, you could put it on a hat, and today you've got so many alternatives. You know, you could easily wear this on your hair. I mean, I've done it quite a few times. Keep going on about brooches. I love seeing men wearing brooches. In fact, if you are a man and you wear brooches, please tag me, because honestly, I just love commenting on you wearing them, and you're being a massive advocate to brooches, so thank you. In New York at the moment, it seems to be very classic to wear this rather huge statement brooch with a lovely black dress, and they love stacking there as well. But I think you don't have to wear just a brooch there. It doesn't have to be a massive brooch. You could literally wear a little turtle like I am, but I always think he's rather fun. He's a sweet little fellow. You okay there, Tixel? So noisy. And then we've got this line ring, which I absolutely love. I just think the way it is made is extraordinary. This is like the very best of Art Nouveau, and it's French, and I am a massive champion for French jewellery. I mean, I do love English jewellery, but a bit like Cartier Paris, it's just that little bit extra and a little bit more special when it is very well made. And this is a really good example, and I just think there's something so beautiful. It's got a diamond in its mouth, but when you look at this lion and you go all the way around the outside, he's got his lion feet coming round, and even the back is just the way the twist and the flow and the movements, and it just makes you imagine the times of the arts and crafts. There's certain places where you go to, whether it's Prague, Amsterdam, Paris, and you find those incredible Art Nouveau. And we do have some in the UK as well, but that Art Nouveau buildings and just the flow, the movement, everything. And then you look at this ring, you can still see exactly that. There's not a single sort of straight line. Everything is curved and moved. It's just so beautifully made. And I actually think this one is one of the best lion head rings I've seen in a very long time. Lions were always a sign of courage and bravery, and I think this is sometimes what we need. And then we got these earrings, some other diamond earrings, and I absolutely think they're fantastic. I hope you can see them. They're again little, I love these settings when you've got these sort of closed back settings. very typical of the time, but they're very, very, very practical. You know that when you've got the earrings on and that's closed, they are not going anywhere. Super secure, and it just means they hang beautifully, and I think there's just something so amazing. And I just love that sort of invisible setting, the fact that it's got like a diamond cluster, but it's sort of floating in the middle. It doesn't seem to be attached to any metalwork. And they're great examples of beautiful earrings. And I think everyone does need a pair of cluster diamond earrings for their wardrobe, because they go with everything, they look great, and they're beautiful. And we've got some other diamond earrings. These diamond earrings I think are wonderful. They've got a rather unique setting at the back, which are, so to show what they look like, so you've got the diamonds in the middle, and then you've got this like cluster of diamonds, almost like a crescent moon, and then with a little bit of Art Deco geometrical line at the bottom. And what's great about them, they've got a rather unique setting at the back. So they're not quite what you call the normal post and strolls, which is that's the post, and normally what you have is a little butterfly. It looks like a little butterfly setting. These are slightly more unusual. You have to squeeze them on the side in order to get them on and off. So when they click on, they're very, very secure. And then when you want to pin them off, you have to squeeze, and then they come off. And we've got this diamond ring. We've got lots of diamond rings. I've just decided to be a bit more selective on rings, because we've got lots of things on our website. So always do check out our website. We've got new things coming in all the time. But this ring in particular, I love. I love the fact that it's not perfect. I love that it's got two diamonds of different sizes, and that's what makes it so unique. And these rings are known as miroir rings in French, and my French is appalling, which basically means me and you. And I think there's something rather fun. I always make a joke that this is sort of like the Spice Girls, you know, when two become one. I can't sing either. But this is just so beautiful, and when it goes on a finger, it's so pretty. I love how unique they are, and you kind of know you really do have a one-of-a-kind ring, because this, you can't get more unique than one of these rings. This is not, you know, this is one better than having a solitaire. You've got two rings. They symbolize so much. And I think especially for engagement ring, when there are two of you in the marriage, and I think they're very special. And I just love the fact the cuts are totally unique and everything about it.